Let's talk about dining philosopher problem.
Alright, so what is a dining philosopher problem? It is a classic problem in computer science introduced by Edgar Dijkstra in 1965. It is a great way to understand the challenges of resource allocation and synchronization in concurrent programming. How can we imagine the dining philosopher problem? We can imagine that there's five philosophers seated around a dining table. In front of each philosopher is a plate. In the middle there is a food, and between each pair of plate there is a single fork. So to eat, a philosopher needs two forks, one of from their left and from their right. So what do they do? Philosophers spend their time either thinking or eating. When a philosopher gets hungry, they try to pick up the fork on their right and then the fork on their left. Here's the problem: if every philosopher picks up the fork on their right at the same time, no one will be able to pick up on their left. This led to a deadlock where all philosophers are waiting indefinitely and unable to eat. And then a philosopher might repeatedly waiting, which causes starvation and they might die. To avoid this deadlock and starvation, we need a strategy. One common solution is to introduce a rule for picking up forks. For example, each philosopher could pick up the lower numbered fork first, which is called monitor. First, let's the philosopher from 1 to 5. Philosopher 1 will pick up fork 1 and 2. Philosopher 2 will pick up forks 2 and 3, and so on. The key is to ensure that each philosopher can eventually pick up both forks without causing a cycle of waiting. This strategy prevents deadlock because at least one philosopher will always be able to eat. Once a philosopher finishing eating, they put down both forks, allowing their neighbor to pick them up and eat.